Ladies and gentlemen, Minecrafters and peoples of the World of Tux community, greetings! On this most momentous occasion, the first official World of Tux and Craftanium panel at the 50th Insomnia Gaming Festival, our Imperial Majesty and proud first Adammic World of Tux and Craftanium gives us formal address. I bought Minecraft in February 2012, 20 minutes ago.
Just that.
You eat that?
Yeah, these 21 months have changed my life. Before Minecraft, the only place where I would interact with my peers was at school, and there I had very little in common with my peers. There were only a few people who I would count as good friends back then. I still plan to pursue teaching as a career choice, not realising how fit it was for my personality, and most importantly, how I was doing anything interesting in my life. Let me take a moment to explain my main goals in life. There was many interesting things as I possibly can while still living in comfort. Back in 2012, I played video games in my free time, and that was about it. Minecraft was my first game where I actually had the capability and the motivation to play multiplayer. Although I did so for the first time in April 2012. And so a long journey through different servers where I met many people began. There was Notch, my first friend who guided me through my early days on YouTube. Nate, who helped me create Crafters, which you now all know as Craftanium. Then came Scooby, Looter, Megahetch, Tux, Dex, Cakebomb, and Fish Kings. I really do want to Paul Souls Jr. Not only did he introduce me to all this with his Minecraft tutorials, it was on his forum website, Meetup.com, where I met the wonderful forum role-playing community, who have been a constant source of support and who helped me through my depression in September 2012. It was also on Punched where I found a series of Minecraft modding tutorials, which, though I never followed directly due to their abrupt ending, introduced me to Java programming. More about that later. My YouTube channel was the first interesting thing I did online, going back to before I did Minecraft. As time went on, there have been many times I have been close to packing in. Even with not just help early on, it's been difficult to keep the channel going at times. And then there are other times, perhaps when I hit a subscriber milestone, I get a particularly positive comments, or I notice how well certain video is doing, that inspire me to do more. This is all thanks to the 240 people who have subscribed to me. Because of all you out there who support my channel, I'm now earning money. Very small amounts, but it is still there through YouTube, and it is so unbelievably rewarding. Now I move on to something that I'm perhaps most well known for in this community, my mica nation, the Empire of Adamia. Never have many of us seen such a grand display of eccentricity as mica nationalism. Admittedly, I would still have discovered the hobby without you guys, as I found while doing history homework. But I feel it serves to mention here because it is arguably the most interesting thing I do, and the fact that such an unconventional hobby has been accepted and even admired by members of this community, where elsewhere it would be simply laughed at as amazing. Many of you have contributed yourselves, becoming citizens, knights and dames, and in Tux's case, a colonial governor. I think without the response of this community, I wouldn't have pushed Adamia to the point where it is today. I already mentioned how I got started with programming, but it was much more recently that I realised how much more viable a career choice it was for teaching, thanks to Tux here, and allowing me to add has been a tremendous help while I've been learning Java. However, my programming has become a lot more widely known lately, with my current project, The Lion Game, being released for others to use for the first time. The Lion Game is one of the most fun I have had with programming, and I owe much of it to our good friend Willie, who sadly could not join us today. I salute you, our fantastically imaginative protesting lion. What began as a silly idea is now evolving into a much more serious project, and so far it has been immensely satisfying. But overall, throughout all this time, one thing that has impacted my life the most has been the community around me. There are many different branches of it, of course, it's overlapping places. There's Craftanium, World of Tux and Forum Wars. Spending time with people online has allowed me to develop as a person in many ways. It's led me to developing new interests. It has been supportive in my endeavours, and through it I have made friends who mean a massive amount to me. I've heard it said that World of Tux is like a second family to me, and I understand their line of reasoning. Like family, of course, we have our issues at times. So before I conclude the speech, I would like to point out what happened to the home of many of us, summarised by Percy Shelley's classic poem Ozymandias. I met a traveller from an unseen land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the deserts. Near them, on the sand, our some shattered visage lies. His frown and blinking blink, and steer of the whole command, tells it sculpts well those passions fed, which yet survive stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocks and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear, my name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, see mighty and despair, nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lonely level sand stretched far away." I'm sure most of you will know what I'm talking about. It's vitally important that history does not repeat itself. They stand on the brink of collapse, their server empty, the owners turning on each other in a petty fight, their last chance of revival wasted. However, our recent problems have been dealt with sensibly, and this gives me hope because it shows us we are all maturing. And so, as a unified community, we move onwards towards even greater and more prosperous times for Craftanium and World of Tux. Thank you for your time and good day.
Now to Battlefield. Now to Battlefield.